Do you treat it like a business and then we're done? What does treat it like a business need? I need to ask a couple of questions. Don't you hate audience participation? How many people here, if you're not already, expect to be premiers in XanGo? Okay? Would you stand up if you expect to be premiers? Okay. Okay. Now, I don't want to embarrass anybody, so everybody close their eyes. If you don't have your money in to go to convention in November, not you intend to, if you don't have your money, if you don't have your hotel registrations, if you don't have your company registrations, if you don't have your airline tickets booked, now, sit down. If they're not all booked, sit down. Okay, the rest of the people are serious. It's called treating it like a business. Wait a second. Wait a second. Let's have a little heart-to-heart talk here. Do you really expect the company to fly you to Thailand for a world-class trip, elephant rides, and on and on? Do you really expect them to fly you to Italy and Germany or France for the 500K trip, and you're not willing to fly you to Salt Lake City? You know, a lot of times, the difference between what people say and what they do, there's a huge gap there. You want to be a premier, are you buying tapes one at a time? Or what is your group going to need the next 30 days? The essence of leadership is example. Leaders are risk takers. They take responsibility. They solve problems. Do you really, in your heart of hearts, believe you're going to be a premier and you're not even signed up for it? You know what the problem is? You don't have that grab it by the throat. I'm going to make this work. You say, I can do it later. What if you hear next week that it's sold out? Uh-oh. You know what will happen if you don't go to this convention? You'll go to the next one alone. Because you're not going to talk people into spending $1,000 to go someplace you haven't been, or see a movie you haven't seen, or go to a restaurant that you haven't been in. You'll be 1 year behind in your business. I sponsored a guy last month. His goal, he's in Tennessee, we've never even met. His goal is to have 150 people at convention. But do you know what? I am not going to promote anybody to go to convention if I'm not sure I'm going. Last thing in the world I'd want is for you to show up and find out I'm not there. Are you really going to talk anybody into going convention if you don't have your money on the line? I don't think so. You know, what you do speaks so loudly, I can't hear what you say. Treat it like a business. Are you reading the books? Not reading them, studying them. Do you buy tapes one at a time? What size business? You know, we just built our dream home. You're not going to believe this, but we didn't buy the 2x6s one at a time. Oh, I want to be like Sherman. I'll take 2 magic wands, please. Oh, okay, 2 would be fine. Do you have any friends? Treat it like a business. If you got to spend $1, if you got to drive a mile, and I'm talking to the leaders here. You came here today. It's a Saturday. I applaud you. You spent your dollars. You drove the miles. Your time and attention is valuable. You guys are miles ahead of the crowd. I understand that, and that's why I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you like I'd want somebody to talk to me. Treating it like a business means if you have an attitude like you paid $1 million for your XanGo business, you treat it that way and you'll build an empire. You say, yeah, that's easy for him to say. He makes a ton of money and all this stuff. That's easy for them to say, but he doesn't know my credit cards are maxed out and my checking account is empty. When I got into network marketing, I got into Amway and there was a $22 starter kit. And I didn't have $22. I mean, I didn't have it in my pocket. I didn't have it in the bank. I didn't have it. I had to go through ashtrays and get change to get the $22 to buy the starter kit And then, fortunately, I got a copy of Think and Grow Rich. It was the first book, you know, because I went through college, but I never read a book on how to build yourself. And then I got a couple of cassette tapes. You think this is tough now. When I got into network marketing, we had no CDs, no DVDs, no VHSs, no cassette tapes, no three-way calling, no websites, no emails. You had two choices: drag somebody to a meeting on Thursday night or sit down at Denny's and try to explain it. That was it. This is a walk in the park. I found out a couple of weeks after I got into the business. See, I was just got out of college, paying my educational bills, supporting my mom. Bought this little fixer-upper house. We didn't have any money. We didn't buy it. We got a lease option to buy it. We didn't have any money to do anything. We were buying paint a gallon at a time. You know, I'd barely get to work on fumes to cash my paycheck to get gas to get home. You know, and it's not a sob story. But I heard there was a seminar down in Palm Springs, at a hotel in Palm Springs, and somebody had given me a Jim Jantz tape. And Jim was a distributor from Canada. Phenomenal speaker. And boy, I just listened, because I couldn't afford any other tapes, I just listened to the tape again and again and again. And I said, Jim Jantz is the guest speaker at this hotel in Palm Springs. I've got to go to it, and it's this weekend. I worked Monday through Friday. And I had enough gas to get there, but not to get back. So I drove down there, snuck into the meetings, because I didn't have any money, slept in the car, and sold some things out of my car to get the money to drive back. I don't accept excuses. I don't give excuses. I don't accept excuses.